So, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, if you want, we can start.
Okay, today, yes, we have a special guest, Miss Beyza AKYÜZ. She is a writer and storyteller. First of all, we would like to thank for accepting our invitation and coming together with us at this beautiful event. And it will be a nice experience for all of us. And could you briefly tell us about yourself?
Okay. Hi, everybody. Everybody from all over the world, different countries. Now, I'm from Turkey and Fethiye. Maybe you can search in map. Fethiye near Antalya. You know that Antalya is the famous city in touristic city in Turkey. So I'm living in the middle of the forest and so near the sea because I like nature. And you know that I'm a writer. Um, I have 5 books published. I want to show you some things. Sorry. Yeah. And this book we discuss today, and I will tell a story from this book. It's a tale book. It's a new tale. We can say new or old because I believe that stories, tales has no age, or we can say that tales are the oldest new literature or new words, oldest new words. So at the same time, I am a scriptwriter. I write scripts for kids TV in Turkey, and I organize storytelling workshops for adults and youths. So I make different organizations with cultural ministry, high schools, universities, and I am teaching how to telling stories in best way and in naturally, and how you write your unique stories, your unique tales, because I believe that everybody has a unique tale, and we must learn symbolism language, just like Turkish, German, English. Symbolism is a language. I believe that. So you can ask your question in the end of the session, but if you want and are you ready? First of all, I want to tell a story for you. Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. No. Yeah, never scream. Never scream because they look so calm and cool. So
Yeah.
maybe we can say some voice. For example, Raminta, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Taranu?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Very nice. And we sent the text for you. I hope you had chance to read and maybe think about it, this text. So now, can you understand my English, my accent? I don't know. Have you any problem, or do you need slowly or more fastly? I don't know. That's nice. That's okay for me.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And another symbolism. Yeah, we can use symbolism. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If we are ready, we are going to Venus. What I am going to tell you now is a true story. However, it wasn't easy for me to decide to tell you this story because telling a story is actually sharing a secret. And if that secret falls into the hands of those who do not appreciate it, that's when unexpected strange events begin to happen. But I risk it. Rather than ordinary identical days, I am content with strange events that will turn my life upside down. If you agree, I will explain everything I know I know to the finest detail. At the time, we say that once upon a time, or bir varmış bir yokmuş, a fabulist word master and linguistic storyteller lived in a country. He was so skillful in telling an event. When people listened to him, they wouldn't feel how the hours passed. They would forget about eating, drinking water, and the whole world. Do not say it will or that, because this was the realm of possibilities where everything is possible. The famous storyteller would consistently tell a kinds of tales, legends, and epics that hadn't been heard before to the audience who gathered at his home every night. Some of his own words were inherited from others. Those who listened to him carried the letters pouring out of his tongue to other lands as wind carried a seed. So his words spread throughout the world. I know there is not much strange situation up to this point, but the first and the end of a person's life are never the same. Just as storm does not last forever, sweet breezes also have an end. Be patient, I keep telling. One evening, people gathered at the storyteller's house again to listen to stories. But the narrator was not there at his usual time. His seat was always empty. His audience waited for him for hours, but didn't come. The next day, they gathered and waited again, but didn't come. The next day, they waited patiently, but there was none other than his empty seat inside. Unexpectedly, without telling anyone, he silently disappeared, and disappeared into mystery. He looked under every stone, they knocked on every door. They searched the wells, the graves, at the most secluded corners of the forest. Yet they saw neither a trace nor a voice of him. People were saddened by the disappearance of the narrator, but they couldn't help telling various legends about his mysterious extinction. Some believed that he was imprisoned by the moons, ghosts, fairies, giants that the narrators mentioned in his stories, and some believed that he was kidnapped by those who wanted to steal their unheard tales. There were no days to come up with a new story about the narrator. They were listening to each other's stories with full attention in order to understand which is a lie and which is the truth, which was not easy. Days later, they began to forget the narrator, and they were excited about the new stories and new narrators. People are as ungrateful as they are loyal. I know, the cats are notorious. Fortunately, while all of this was happening, there was only one devoted listener who fell ill with sadness, died without eating, and who saw the famous storyteller in his dreams every night, who always sits on the master's jacket, saves his ears, and listens carefully. Master Eye, the cat, the surmeli cat, whose eyes blinked with calm. had listened to the tale of its master for years, and those who saw it from the outside thought that it always slept. It was customary. Whereas cats listen better with their eyes closed. Be you. Watch out for words coming out of your mouth next to a cat pretending to be asleep. The cat couldn't make sense for its master's sudden disappearance one night. There is a job. There is a secret in this. What should I do and find my master? He was saying, how would that be possible? After nights of thinking, because cats don't like to think during the day, an idea came to her, or his. There were many stories he heard from his master for years. Only cat knew most of them. He believed that the wind, rivers, people, and the sun would take the words of his master and take him far away. If he told those tales to the others, maybe someone would know those words and bring some news from his master. Isn't the best way to find the owner the word by following the letters? The smart of the city. İplik Hatun, we say in Turkish, and Miss Rope saved the narrator rope for the Surmeli cat, exactly one button to 12 keys. He believed his talismanic words into the fabric. As the earth rotates, the moon goes from state to state, just like a human. When you hit the road, act according to the time of the moon. The moon will take 12 different shapes, changing each day before it's completed. Drive without stopping until you reach the full moon. Tell exactly 11 tales during this time. Don't be the 12th. If you have your fortune, you will find your master, or he will find you. If someone has a AKYÜZ to call, he is looking for him. Remember. Mr. Meliket put on his robe and went to the roof of the house. When he saw his tiny bear hanging in the sky, he immediately started telling the first story. Beauty Tale. Once upon a time, two brothers and one sister lived in one country. While the red were purple, the purple were yellow, all colors were hidden in black. Names, it was Musti, Besti, and Aiti.
Saçımı toplar mısın?
Like every sibling, they sometimes laughed, sometimes quarreled, and cried. One of these three brothers had a cleft eyebrow, one little in height, and one eye was smaller than the other. Their mother, two daughters, loved one son so much that there was no day when she didn't write poems for them and sing them. Before going to sleep, she bows to her ears every night. To the violin eyebrows along creases. I can't get enough of looking at Gazelle's eyes. The soul in you is my soul. Let your beauty fall into the language. Love you, everyone who sees you, she said. She used to say the children didn't have many beauties that could be legendary, but they still grew up loving, smiling, happy. Years passed. Their mother got old, and one day, like a dried sycamore leaf, it slipped from its branch and mixed into the ground. Before she passed away from this world, she gave an advice. Whenever you lose faith and hope, water each other's ears. Each of the siblings decided to go different ways to embark on new adventures, to make their own lives. One went east, one went west, and one went south. Going to the east, Besti met thousands of people on the way. But everyone he approached with curiosity and excitement started to say, "Oh, your eyes is smaller than the other," as if it was a contract. As they said, so Besti began to see himself ugly. He couldn't no longer approach anyone or look into his eyes. Those who saw Musti going went also made fun of his short stature. Iti, who went south, kept hearing that his eyebrows were not like a violin, but like a broken instrument. All three had lost faith in themselves. People's faces were mirrors. Every time they looked at them, they began to think how ugly and lacking they were. Eventually, all three returned from their journey. One winter day, when the storm outside was strong enough to uproot the trees and sear enough the blue of the roofs of the houses, they took shelter in their mother's warm and sheltered adobe house, lit a fire in the hearth and gathered. While drinking, the Samuel Teal breathed in the wood. He told one by one what happened to him. Cried as he told, and as cried, they became lighter like birds. I wish our mother had told us the truth, I said. We knew we weren't beautiful then, Lucy added. They looked at Bessie to say what to say. He was listening to the wood burning on the stove, murmuring something as it was burning crispy. Bessie says, remember what your mother said, Wood says, looking at each other. They said at the same time, whenever you lose faith and hope, water each other's ears. But what did that mean? Would they pour water on their ears? They argued until down and down again, but couldn't find the true meaning of the word. They could no longer talk or think from sleep. As the wood slowly died, Musti and Iti fell asleep when the door was knocked fast. As Basti got up and went towards the door, there was both a shiver and good feeling that good things were going to happen. He opened the door slowly and held out his head. There was a white deer at the door. She was staring in Basti's eyes, so beautiful, so tender, so virginous that Basti opened the door wide. And Deer sang poems and songs that Basti had never heard before. It was as if the words coming out the deer's mouth were flowing into the garden, in Basti's heart, making it green. In the garden, jasmine, pelargoniums, yellow flowers bloomed, tomato seeds began to turn and night birds began to sing. Then the deer quietly returned to forest, where it came from. When Basti, under the influence of beautiful words, closed the door and turned to the house, she saw the garden in her heart in the room, and hastily awaked her brothers. She told what had happened. At the beginning of the fire, they were overcome by the scent of the flowers and enchanted by the sounds of birds. They chanted beautiful words to each other and read poems and sang songs. As they watered their ears with beautiful words, their hearts grew green and their gardens widened. After that day, they never saw themselves ugly again. They irrigated the ears of every person they met with good words and made them see beautiful. The beauty of these three siblings was legendary, inspired by songs, poetry, and fairy tales, just as their mother sang to them every night. So, good words don't disappear anywhere in this realm. When Surmeliket finished its first fairy tale, there were dozens of people listening to it under the roof. The day turned, the moon changed, it was a little brighter. Cat has a long way, but now we must continue another day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So
Okay.
we really like the way you write. Thank you very much for your impressive words and story. And now, shall we go on with the questions, Nida? What shall we do?
Yes, we can go on. And I think students have many questions.
Yes. If you wish, we can start.
Yes, and let's.
Ceren?
How
Sorry.
can it? Maybe they can raise. They can raise hands and tell their names to ask the questions.
Yes, their names and school and country.
Yes, with their name, school, and country. Who wants to be the first one?
Yes.
Are there any questions?
Raminta. Is it true? The pronunciation?
Yes, I have a question. Yeah. It was a lovely story. Thank you. And I wanted to ask you what motivated you to write the story?
Okay, actually, I have a I have a good memory about this tale because in real life, actually, I believe that tales are real. Uh, so there is no difference, real life and tales, because once upon a time in my life, my best friends and me um, sat down in a room and we talk about our,
Yeah.
some problems,
Oh.
physical and soul. And then we said that why we say that to each other good words and heal ourselves. And that night we healed ourselves. And then when I came back my home, I sat on my desk and I started to write this tale.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Umut, are you there? Maybe you can ask.
Yes, I can ask. What was one of the most surprising things you learned in creating books?
Most surprising.
Yes.
Okay, most surprising thing when create books. I need to think about different question. Okay, that's very nice. Surprising because sometimes you plan to write something. Some you have some lines, some plans, but when I start to write, um, sometimes, not always, sometimes my plan um, destroy, change, and I lost, I lost my way, and I need to plan, and um, I need to search some new way, and they symbolize stories. So it always it's surprise for me because I said to me, oh, I don't think this, I don't think, I don't dream this. So when you're writing something, you can go deep and deep, your subconscious, your mind, your soul, your dreams, and so you strive.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Uh, anyone else?
Okay.
Can
Are there any, maybe Hava Gül, if you are ready?
Yes.
Anne buraya kadar geldim ve durdum.
Ayşe'cim. Okay, Hava Gül, you can ask.
Okay. Story time, the time of the month. Is there anything special about this time for you?
Story time.
Yes, moon.
Yes,
Moon
because
time.
my sign is Cancer, Yengeç. So my space is moon, so always moon affect me very much, and I feel moon, and I have deeply emotions. So it's important for me. Actually, I believe that not just for me, because you know that real time. Actually, there is no calendar. We connect with nature, and so nature's calendar is with moon, with sun. So we must to and we need to observe them, not just desk calendar.
And Valeria wants to ask a question.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Hi, I'm Valeria from Italy, and if I can, I have two questions.
Yes, please.
Okay, Beauty Tale is great, but now we'd like to know about the other tales and above all to find out what happened to the storyteller. Could you share this secret with us?
Okay, what about?
What happened to the storyteller?
In the book, they want to learn what happened to the storyteller.
About the
In
story
that
Beauty Tale.
Okay, I hope one day the book will translate your mother language and you can read it. The cat will tell 12, 12 tales, and there is a big surprise. Wait.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah, in the last book.
Okay, thanks. The second question is if because I like writing, and can you give me some advice on how to make my dream of writing a book come true?
Okay. If you want to be a writer, please you have a journal. You need to write not every day, but maybe in a week, twice or three, I don't know, when you need to write something important for you. You have notebooks, you have a journal, and and observe the life, observe your inner life, and out outside, because actually we always think that life is in the outside. Actually, life is in the in inner. So we must to observe, we must to think, and we must to search. Yes, search something in our soul. So if you follow the signs, and if you think about the signs um, which you find in your way, um, you uh, you find something magically, and you feel that okay, it's a very nice thing, so I must to tell somebody, I must to write somebody, and somebody hear these magical things. So you must to feel this magic.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, the Ostea wants to ask a question.
Yes, I want to know what type of books do you like to read?
Okay, there is a very nice question, because I like to very different kind of books, science books, theological books, nature books, tale books, novels, and my suggestion, you uh, you can read very different kind of books, because sometimes mathematics inspire you, or biology inspire you, So please don't separate literature and other things. So you don't read just novels or poems or tales. Please read about sky, space, nature, because nature always gives us big inspiration. And just not read the book. Reading, it means life, observe, not just books.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Like
We have many questions. Raul wants to ask. Okay, Raul.
Yes, hello. I would like to know what authors inspired you the most.
Sorry, I can't hear you. And where are you from?
I'm from Romania, and I'm from 10th grade. I would like to know what author inspired you the most.
Yeah, nature. Very, very basic and short answer. Nature, because nature is perfect. So must to contact with it. So we must observe it. We must live with it. Live, not just look. We must to sit in the trees. We must smell flowers and thinking, and we must to contact each other, and we must to change, turn a flower. We must to transform a mountain. We must to transform a house. We must to transform a deal. We must to transform everything. A writer, a writer think about mountain, and maybe they feel some good things, and sit somewhere and writing a poem about mountain. But the storyteller must transform a mountain. So it's a big difference. And actually, and first of all, I'm a storyteller, then writer.
Okay, and the next one, Greta.
Yes, I have a question. How long have you been writing and when did you start writing?
Okay, I have been writing since I 7 years old. Yeah, when I started to primary school, because I remember that I write letters to my teacher, and my teacher said to me, "You must be a writer." When I was 7 years old, and Nida knows that. I don't know you know or not. Nida Turkalay, a Turkish teacher. She is my college friend. So we sat down together in a desk. So she knows me.
Yes.
I'm a big dreamer also.
Yes, you were always different from others. Yes, she is a unique person. Shilan.
Hello. Which of the books you have published is the most affected and special for you?
Which book?
Yes.
I don't know, but tales always more special for me. Yeah, tales I can say, but I like my book.
Thank you.
And Selin.
Hi. Why did you choose?
Selin, can you open your webcam, please?
Okay. What did you? Pardon. What did you choose authorship?
What did you choose? I can't
Why
hear, sorry.
did you choose the authorship?
Advership.
Authorship.
Okay, I don't know because everybody has a skill when we born. So I think somebody can sing very well and naturally. Somebody can draw, somebody can dance, and when I realize myself, I can write. I can dream the stories, and I want to tell the stories to everybody. So um, so I don't know. I choose it or it choose me. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
I can.
And Ecem,
Hi.
Why?
This is short question, but what inspires you to write?
What is?
What inspires you to write?
Yeah, actually, I answered this question. Maybe you can't hear. Um,
Maybe.
my inspiration is real life, always real life, and especially nature. And always I travel in my inner life, not outside always.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
and Ayşıl.
Hello. What was the reason of you started writing a book?
What was the
Reason of you started writing a book?
okay? I like stories every time because my family is a folkloric, and I remember that when I was a kid, um, we have a garden and so many trees and my mother, grandfather was farmer. So all day long they worked in the garden, and when in the night everybody gathered on the roof and they started telling stories, legends, sometimes true story. And always I was listening very carefully, and always I was dreaming. And when they stopped to telling stories, I continued to tell the stories in my mind, in my dreams. So maybe it's a reason because I fall in love with stories when I was kid. It's a cultural thing. It's that it's very important. Culture affect us. So in my culture, storytelling, stories are very important.
Thank you.
Okay, Francesco.
Hi, I'm Francesco from Italy.
Hi.
If you went back, would you change anything in your approach to writing?
Oh, okay. That's a very nice question. If you are a perfectionist, always you need to change or edit anything. But you can't do that because you must accept your wrongs, your your primitive aids. So I don't think so. I don't want to change anything because when I was writing this kind of things, yeah, that was my level. That was my average, this kind of. But now, okay, I am a different person. I am another level in my life, in my mind, in my soul. But it continues to we die until we die. So I try to not to perfectionist. So I accept how I am now.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and Çağla.
Hi.
Hi.
How do you get ready to write a story?
Yeah, very nice question. Congratulations. When I read it, when everything stopped in my soul, stopped, okay, and complete, and I feel that okay, now I'm ready to write it, because some things need to complete in my soul, and then I feel ready to write. Or sometimes, but not exactly just one form or one style or one way, but sometimes I live big events or happen some big things, just like um, bombed, shocked, and and I need to I need to write immediately to healing myself. So I don't know. There is different ways.
Thank you.
Okay, and Taranu.
Yes, it's Rodrigue. I am from Romania, and I want to ask you, have you ever been inspired like from a religion, culture, or something like that? Because I see like there is a connection between the story tales and maybe each religion in particular.
Okay, in this tale or
In general, I don't know.
general? Yes,
Yes.
actually, religious things connect with culture, historical things. So we can't separate the life, religious, scientific, material, or spiritual. I don't believe this kind of things, because I think it's the same thing, scientific or spiritual, material or soul things. So we can't we can't separate our mind and our soul, the religious things, because it's cultural things. Yeah, so maybe, yes. Actually, I am interested, especially Sufis. So yes, if you don't know, maybe you can search about Sufis.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and Niyazi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh, how is your mood after writing your tales?
Very calm and peaceful, and so okay, I did it, and very nice feeling. I suggest everybody. Actually, the arts, um, the art forms are similar. Maybe you don't write, but maybe you can sing, you can dance, you can play instrument. I don't know. I don't know. You have a interesting some interest. So I think that you can feel me, because not just writing, actually art forms or interests, some art form is very important. Please interest art for not just for working, just hobby or healing tool. You can do anything. You don't need to perfect. You don't need to, just like in preschool times. You know that everybody singing, everybody in 5H. Everybody can drawing. But and then somebody says to me, no, you can't draw like this. You can't sing like this. You must do some kind of obey to some kind of rules. If you don't like the rules, and if you don't obey these rules, okay, we start to believe that, okay, I'm not an artist and I have no skill. But it's very big wrong idea. Please turn back and change your opinion. We make anything. For example, 3 years ago, I started drawing, and it heals me. It's very, because I feel that words can't for me, and I think that, okay, I wish I would draw, but I can't draw. And one day my painter friend said to me, please don't say like this, you can draw. And he gave me a pen and a notebook, and I started to draw. Please just start, or you can dance, you can do everything like primitive time. Art is not a art don't belong anybody anywhere, and art is a life, and art is a form in primitive life, just
Yes.
life.
Yes. And the next one, who is Eleonora. Eleonora. Eleonora, yes.
Hello, I'm Eleonora from Italy, and I'd like to ask you, is it difficult to become a storyteller?
Can you repeat, please?
Is it difficult to become a storyteller?
Okay, no, not difficult. If you have a passion, anything, everything is possible and easy for you because you have patience. So please follow your patience.
Thank you.
Okay, and Umut?
Yeah. Sorry. As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like, you always wanted to be a storyteller, or you had different dreams?
No, actually, I want to be a writer, and at the same time, I remember that I said that I will be Barış Manço when I grow. Turkish friends understand to me. Barış Manço is a famous singer in our country, and he was not just a singer. I think that he was a cultural symbol, and I felt that Barış Manço symbolized love, symbolized unity, symbolized being together, and at the same time, yeah, he was an artist. So always I liked her TV show Dönence. Maybe you can search on internet and you can watch it. Writer and traveler. Yeah, and now I'm a writer and at the same time traveler, because I travel so much and I collect stories. I hear stories, and I like archaeology, I like old cities, I like different cultures, and so traveling inspires me. Please travel. I know
Yes,
that
thank you.
European students more lucky than us, but you can start in Turkey, just not like foreign countries. You can start near villages. Maybe you can go your country, your village, and and and listen stories to old people, or you can visit somewhere so near your house, because sometimes we don't know where we live, and always we think that we must go Germany, we must go China, we must go Paris, but maybe you live very good and different places. So please, first of all, be a local, national traveler or tourist. I don't know. Uh, you but tourists is a different.
Can I ask a question, if it is possible?
Yeah, being tourist and traveler is a different things. Don't be a tourist. Be traveler. Yeah, I should.
I wonder, how did your parents react your passion for being a writer? As you know, generally parents want their kids to have a job that they can get enough salary to earn, to have a good life. And what do your parents think about that?
At the same time, they like it, because if you know somebody, your name, and you have some published books, yeah, they liked this kind of things. But sometimes, they asked, how much do you earn? So everybody wants to earn much more money. But mm, but you must to sacrifice some things, and you must to struggle with your parents, with your culture, with your folk, because it's not easy follow your passion. I can say it's not easy. But after years and years, they accepted finally, because first of all, yeah, that's all.
Okay. And Melissa. Yes, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa from Turkey, and I want to ask that you said you get inspired by nature and real life, but have you ever felt... Sorry?
Melissa, go on.
Have you ever felt like you're out of inspiration? And if you ever felt like that, what did you do to get rid of this emotion? And yeah.
Can you repeat last part, please?
If you ever felt like that, what did you do to get rid of this emotion? Because, you know, you feel like you're helpless and you can't write again. You know, you're out of inspiration sometimes.
Okay, I'm waiting. Waiting is a very good solution, and you must be patient. You must be patient for inspiration, for collect and living in new stories, and you must discover new things for writing, or puzzle new stories. So first of all, you need to be alive, not just go to school and come back home, or go to work and come back home and watching films, eating. Not just this. You must need, and you must feel you are alive.
Yes, you are
Thank
right.
you.
So words are important. Please think about it. not live. Feel alive, like a flower, like a tree, like a sky, with being alive. It's a big ecstasy, actually, ecstasy. How do you feel? Like that or like alive? You can ask this question every day and check yourself. Please check yourself.
Okay. And
Thank you.
Luca.
Hello, I'm Luca. I'm from Italy. Have you ever written something completely different from your usual genre?
Can you repeat?
Have you ever written something completely different from your usual genre?
Okay. I am thinking, actually, since university years, I tried different forms, poems, stories, legends, novels. So I think I tried different different texts, different types of texts. So and still, but now I want to start a novel for adults next year. So it's the first time for me. Actually, I write another type of text, but this novel is a new thing for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Cemile.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ram from Ergenekon Science High School from Turkey, and I have two questions. First one, how do you feel other than joy when people do love your books? And second, how did your future plans change after you decided to become a writer? Thank you.
Please, can you repeat second one?
How did your future plans change after you decided to become a writer?
Okay, I don't understand second one. Can you explain?
Okay. How did your future plans change after you decided to become a writer?
How did your future plans changed, I guess? Future
times changed.
Future plans after you decided to become a teacher.
Become a writer.
Writer, yes.
Writer.
Yani ne demek istiyor Nida? Ben tamam yapamadım.
Yani
karar
yazar olmaya karar verdikten sonra hani önceki planları nasıl değişti demek istiyor. Hani geleceğe dair planları nasıl değişti?
Interesting question.
Yes, interesting.
I don't know actually. I can't remember. I just maybe more focus. Yeah, because you know that we interest lots of things, but when we decide to do something exactly, and we decide to create something, we need to more focus. We need focus. So maybe it's change. Yeah, more focusing stories and more focusing what I write. And first questions answers. Yeah, I'm happy when somebody like my books. I think every writer feel joyful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Zübeyde.
Hello. I'm wonder, did a writer affected you to write your books?
Did a writer
affected you to write your books?
Did the writer, can you repeat?
Affect you.
Affected
Affect
to write your books.
My inspirations, writer?
Yes, I think She means that.
Yes.
Who inspires?
Yeah, sometimes some writers' texts inspire me. Actually, I have some favorite authors, writers, but not so much special writers. I said that real life and emotions and ideas affect me mostly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, our question session is finished now. Ayşe, teachers.
Marta has a question, I think, from
Okay,
Krakow.
he can be the last one. Okay.
Sorry.
He says, who is your
Hello.
favorite author?
Hello, I have a question for you. So, do people inspire you?
Can you repeat, please?
Do people inspire you?
Do people inspire? Always.
Yes.
I think that all people are me at the same time, and me, myself, it affects everybody. So we are unity. Actually, we are one. So when I look somebody, actually I look myself, and when you look at me, actually you look yourself. So it's an important thing. Please think about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, dear students, for your questions. Now, Ayşe.
Yes.
Yes, your turn.
First of all, I would like to thank you for your great presentation and to give your time to us and to be with us. It was a great experience for all of us. Thank you. And I want you to meet one of my students. Her name is Çağla, Çağlayan. She's here, and she has a surprise for you, dear Beyza. And Çağla?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Charlie. I made this drawing.
Çağla, 1 minute. Beyza, can you let me to share my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, Çağla.
Hi everyone. My name is Charlie. I made these drawings inspired by your TEDx talks. I am very thankful.
How can I do? I don't know.
I can't share my screen right now, Beyza. When I share my screen, you will understand.
Okay, sorry.
Let me share my screen. Do you know how to do it?
Now I check it. Now I make you host.
Huh.
Please try again.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
This is drawn by Çağla. Now, Çağla?
Yes. I made these drawings inspired by your TEDx talks.
Thank you,
I am.
You're
welcome.
Very much. Please send it me.
Yeah, we have one more time. One more.
I am very thankful to be this project, and thank you for listening to me.
And this is the second one. Çağla read your stories and she searched for you on the internet, and she watched your TEDx talks, and then she texted me that she wanted to draw you, and I said, why not? She's very talented, and Çağla is also the creator of our logo.
Yes.
Our project logo.
You're a big artist.
Yeah.
I like it very much, and I will share on my account and I tagged you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And one more thing, my students also summarized the story. Not yet, Zeynep. Okay, and they prepared a presentation, and I will share it with you. And Çağla also drew pictures again.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes. Now I wrote my Instagram account in chat. You can.
And Cemre will summarize the story, and we will share the characters with you. That is Sürmeli Kedi, drawn by Çağla.
Very nice.
The mother.
Oh.
That is Musti. IT. Bestie.
Oh, Bestie is me. Very, it looks like.
I read it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Cemre.
Okay, I'm starting. At the time, there was a storyteller lived in a country. He was really talented, and everybody was enjoying listening his stories. Once evening, people came into the house to listen stories again, but the storyteller didn't come at usual time. They waited for hours, but he didn't show up. This continued for days. He was all gone. After some time, they forgot about him. But one of the listeners, which is Sürmeli Cat, was really upset. He wanted to find the storyteller. He thought that he could only find storyteller by his words. The smart of the city, İplik Hatun, saved a narrator robe for the Sürmeli Cat. She said Cat should drive until the full moon, and when the moon is full, he should start to tell the master's stories. Sürmeli Cat went to the roof of the house, and when he saw the full moon, he started to tell the first story.
Yes.
Be to tale. Here were three brothers living in a country. These siblings also had many loves. Their mother read them poems every night before they went to bed. Love you, everyone. Who sees you? Siblings grew up and their mothers got old. Before she passed away, she said, whenever you lose faith and hope, water each other's earth. One day they lost their hope and faith because people criticized them too much. One of the siblings remembered that mother says, and they understood what she means. They always fed each other hope until they died.
Okay, and Cemre also write her comments about your story.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, Cemre.
Yes. When I read the story, I feel that everyone should read it as it's more detailed than a usual story. It's implied from the story that we shouldn't judge people with their appearance. The story also teaches children how to react in incidents in real life.
And also mother's role in growing up a child.
Yes.
As a mother, I understood from your story, Beyza.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's all from the Turkish team, Bornova team.
Ayşe, thank you. Really great drawings, and we are so lucky to have such a great artist in our project.
Yes.
Thank you all of you for being here, and especially Beyza for sharing your beautiful story. and your experiences with us. It's really inspiring for all of us, I think for the students, for our students too. It was a pleasure to be here, to have you as a friend, and thank you.
I would also like to thank Beyza. You created such a fabulous atmosphere while reading the story to us, especially with this bowl and the sound. It was actually really, really, I don't know, I can't find the real words, a fabulous atmosphere and a memorous one. I think we really need at this time when we almost all the whole world is in lockdown, we with this meeting we saw that it's how important it is for people just to be close, to talk to each other, to share feelings and stories. Thank you, Beyza.
Thank you, Inga, for your good words. Thank you.
And Adele?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Beyza, for being here. It was a great honor and a pleasure to have you in our meeting. And my students are really excited about this meeting. They also would like to thank you for being here. Thank you a lot. It was an amazing meeting. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Justina is here from Poland.
And now I sent to you in chat my YouTube channel. There is some stories with English subtitle and some English. I'm telling stories in English. You can listen more stories from that.
Okay. And Justina?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. I'm really sorry that we are not so, the Polish team is not so big because today is the Saturday and it's a special moment for us before Christmas time. So usually they are engaged in many activities, but those of them who joined, they really get a very positive feedback. And the moment and the way that you presented us with the book and your story and also your personality, it brings us the very moment that we can believe that even though we are locked down, even though we are far, far away, different time zones as well, we still can share the moments, and words, books, and people are the values that we appreciate the most. Yes, and these are the moments to share, these are the moments to pass to each other. So thank you very much. It's absolutely unbelievable value for our students and our project as well. So thank you very much for sharing, for being, and also Nida, thank you very much to you, you Turkish partners, you both of you made great team. And that's good for that inspiration and for that idea. And again, sharing your spare time with us. So thank you very much. Great honor.
You're welcome. Thank you, all of you. Okay, it's like everything, this beautiful thing has to finish.
Yeah, I want to thank you, dear Beyza. It's a great pleasure. It's a great honor for all of us to meet you and to share great, precious moments with you. And I would like to thank Nida as Justina, because it was a great idea to invite a writer and to make us our students to meet a writer during the lockdown. And thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
And I have a ritual. Always I finish my events with singing and dancing.
Ah, perfect.
So, but very, very basic rhythms. Now I teach you, and I hope together we can sing. Okay?
Why not? I love singing.
No, very basic. Now, and I organize with my hands like a chef. Okay, now I sing the rhythm. La la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la. Again, La la la la la la la la la. Okay,
Okay.
now maybe we can sing together. Everybody
Okay.
open.
We will do our best.
You can open your microphones. Everybody can open.
Okay,
Yes.
open your microphones.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn on your microphones.
Open. Please.
There are voices, yes.
Okay. Some sounds of house sounds. I think that it's not problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Natural sounds. Okay. Last 3,
We are ready.
2, 1. La la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, students.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You are so nice. Your questions very nice. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.